Will this video cost me a brand new clutch for the M3? Well, I hope not. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning into another Performance Nick video. And as many of you know from my last two videos, I bought this M3 and I mainly bought it because it's a manual V8. So, manual V8, Nick no drive manual good. I am a P plater and I drive this M3 and the M4 on my P plates, but I've got a special condition on the license. I've got to block everything out so you don't steal my identity, but the top condition there, A, is for automatic car transmission. And me being very impulsive and buying a manual car, literally that's just a horrible idea. I need to get a manual license now. I need to convert that A and get rid of it so I can drive anything. So what I need to do is redo the drive test, like I'm a fresh 18-year-old who just got his license. So in preparation for going for my driver's test, again, we're going to take out the manual M3 and we're going to do 5 challenges to test out my manual driving. Now, I would rate my manual skill maybe a 6 out of 10, but it needs to be a little bit better if I want to pass this test with flying colors. Like I said, I want to make this entertaining, so I'm going to make 5 challenges out of it. We're going to start at easy and work our way all the way up to hard. 5 different challenges, which they might ask me to do on the test. Put in first gear, you're going to hold the clutch in, you're going to rev a little bit and dump the clutch. Oh shit, maybe not all of them, but some of them I'm sure they will. And on a little side note, I have driven manual cars before. A lot of people think this is the first ever manual car I've ever driven. No, my first car ever when I was 16 years old was a manual Holden Barina. Now that was nothing special. I probably should have kept that car and learnt on it a bit more, but I've driven Porsches and BMWs in manual, so I'm not a complete rookie, but I'll put my ego down for a second. Yes, I have stalled this car a few times and I have had a few questionable shifts, but so far I haven't smelt a burnt clutch, so let's keep it going. With that said, let's pull out the M3 and turn it on to start a bit of our practice. Did you think I was going to cold start it without telling you to like, comment and subscribe? I'd really appreciate it if you did now, because you have done that. I'm sure you have. Let's get a little start up. Also completely legal today, I have my P plates clearly visible, and like a truck driver, I have my driver under instruction sign. In my state of Victoria, as a P plater of an automatic license, you need to have a driver under instruction sign in your car when practicing manual. You can't put L plates back up. No, you have to have that specific sign, which cost me like $30, but anyways. Because I've got the driver under instruction sign, of course I've got an instructor with me. Is it a Vic Road certified instructor? No. Is it a parent who knows how to drive manual? No. Is it my girlfriend who's never driven a manual car in her life? Yes. We totally got this. It's just another level to the challenge, because if we have an issue or we get stuck, she can't drive us back either. We'll need to call roadside assist or something. But legally, she's fully licensed, and a fully licensed driver can drive automatic or manual. So that qualifies her to be my instructor for today, even though she knows less manual than me, but it doesn't matter. With that said, let's hit the road. So we've made it to a big empty industrial area because we're going to practice here, not in my street. It is absolutely freezing, windy and raining. Perfect conditions to learn. Now I've got my supervisor. Are we going to do it all well today?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we got it. First test, the most boring of them. We're going to practice pulling off smoothly and changing gears smoothly. That's the foundation of manual driving. If you can't do that, throw the car in the bin. Hopefully I'm not throwing the car in the bin. Let's do that. You don't need to follow me to the... We're in the car and it's raining. My tyres literally have like 2 millimeters of tread, but anyways, let's do the pull off. So clutch in, handbrake down, into gear number 1. Are we ready? I'm going to do a pull off, no accelerator. So just learning that bite point. Now let's see if the car jerks or we're smooth. Smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. Let's try again. This is riveting content, guys. This is riveting content. Ready? No accelerator. Pull off. Oh, I was a bit low on the revs there, but it wasn't jerky. It was low, but it wasn't too low. All right. Now let's practice going into second gear. Ready, set. Oh, we're about to go into a pole. But that was a smooth first to second gear turn. All right, let's pull off again, but this time we're gonna pull off with a bit of accelerator. This is where it gets a bit, questionable, because if I over rev it, we'll be doing a burnout, which is cool, but I'll fail the test if I do that, I think. I don't know. Well, let's try. All right, come to a full stop, put it in first gear. We're gonna find that bite point and we're gonna start accelerating as well. Oh, a little bit of a skip. Came in a little bit early. Let's try again.
1, 2, 3, go.
I think we passed. Instructor, did we pass?
Yeah, that's pretty good. pretty good.
Come on, that was magnificent if you ask me. Anyways, now we're just going to drive through here. Luckily this car's not low like the M4, so I don't scrape. We're just going to drive through, going through all the gears, all the way to 6. 1, 2, that's smooth. Don't worry about a DCT. The Nick CT is better than any DCT. We're nice and smooth here. All right, we're going to downshift going into the corner. Oh, this is, okay, I'm low-key impressing myself. Obviously, I have driven the manual before, but I think challenge number 1, pulling off and changing gears, is it a pass? Yeah, that's a pass, 100%. Let's go to challenge number 2. Challenge number 2, this one is critical. All Australians know and dread this on the drive test. I know I did. You've got the parallel park and the 3-point turn. Now, it's easy to do in an automatic car. I've been driving for a few years, but now I've got to worry about bite points, clutch, not stalling, and not curbing the wheels. These wheels are immaculate. There's not a scratch on them. If I curb them, I'll be annoyed. If I touch the curb, I instantly fail the test. So, second boring challenge. Don't worry, it gets more exciting. Second boring challenge, let's try parallel park and do a smooth 3-point turn. For the 3-point turn, we're gonna pull the M3, pretend that's a driveway, pull back and turn back around. Now, if I touch that white line, I instantly fail. If I touch that white line in between the drive, I instantly fail. Let's try. I'll tell you what, I've got a dedicated girlfriend. She's standing in the rain recording me do a fake 3-point turn in a random car park. You know, I'll give it to her. I chose a good one there. Anyways, let's see if I fail this critical moment of the test, the 3-point turn. Oh, I'm not hitting the lines, I don't think. Let's pull out smoothly like we've been saying. Did I pass?
Yeah.
Part 2 of challenge 2 is the parallel park. So I've set up my own situation here. I've got the M3, I need to reverse into a spot. Here is the back of an Aventador SVJ, I don't want to hit that. Over here is the front of a Chiron Pure Sport, I don't want to hit that either. And here is the almighty curb. I hit that, I fail the test, and I curb my wheels, and I'm very sad. Let's see if I can do it. I'm only doing one attempt, I'm not faking this. This is my one and only attempt, because you don't get a retake on the test. By the way, that car's got no cameras, no nothing, so this is all driver skill. I really made this a horrible spot with no leniency. I thought I made it a lot bigger than I did. This is a tight parallel park, but if I can pull that off, I can pull any parallel park off. Let's go to challenge number 3. Challenge number 3, we've got to make things a little bit more exciting for the video and also for the test, because you never know, the instructor might throw something out on me. So I know it's very important, high-speed shifting.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Especially in the rain, in sports mode of everything, you need to be able to shift at 4, 5, 6, 8,000 revs. He's definitely going to ask me that on the test. So I've got this set up, I've got the GoPro set up so we can see the revs exactly. But yeah, high-speed shifting is very important when learning to drive a V8 manual. All right, this might end badly since we're in the rain, but let's take things carefully because again, I'm no master, I'm here learning today.
This is the end.
All right, let's get some high-speed shifting. Very, very crucial on the test. They're always going to ask you to do this. Bit of slippage. I'm not even shifting. I'm slipping here. That's a problem we're facing. Good thing we've gone to Mexico to record this segment. I'd hate to do this somewhere in Melbourne where there's, you know, strict speed limits and stuff like that. But we've got to test out that shifting. I need that rapid fast hand. Like I said, this is the Nick CT, no DCT here. I need to be able to beat the computer. There we go, revving it all the way to 8. Very crucial parts of the Vic Roads Learners Test. Instructor, did I pass?
Yeah, you passed.
I'm on fire, boys, I'm on fire. If I fail this test, the instructor's got problems. Not the instructor, the tester. Anyways, let's pump it up a notch. Challenge number 4. Challenge number 4. I am getting more nervous by the challenge because I'm really pushing my limits now. So number 4 is something I dread and I'm scared of and I'm worried about doing because this will probably damage the transmission, and that is perfect rev matching. Now, for those who don't know what that is, essentially when you change gears, you go down a gear, you need to blip the throttle so the revs meet where the gear is. If you overdo it, the car's going to jump and jerk. If you underdo it, it's going to do the same thing pretty much. On the learner's test, do you need to know how to do that? Of course you do, because when you're going at 6,000 revs and you need to drop in another gear, you need to perfectly do it. So let's try it out. Let's try it out. I've got the rev cam on again. This part is gonna make you manual purists cringe. Let's try. I've seen a few YouTube videos and TikTok clips and stuff like that, how to perfectly rev match. Now what I've heard is you want to, it depends on the car obviously, you want to go down a gear, obviously not when you're on the brakes, that's heel and toe, we're not even doing that in the video, don't expect that. But what you have to do is you have to blip the throttle pretty much all the way down, so blip and let off the clutch at the same time so it's perfect. Let's try it out here. I'm going to go from third into second with a little blip, right? Just 2,500, second, blip. Ooh, so I was a little bit under there. The revs had to climb itself back up. All right, let's try it again. We're going from fourth to third gear, 2,500 revs. Let's try it out. I think that was a little bit better. All right, we're kind of getting the hang of it. I don't want to start doing really aggressive rev matches, but let's try it out. We're at 3,000 now. We're going to go from third into second. So over-revved and let off the clutch a bit too aggressive. I had to smooth my way out a little bit more out of that one. Oh, look at this guy, Oh, buddy, trying to do rev matches and you're just cutting in front of you, far out. All right, we're going up a hill. You need a rev match going up a hill. Third gear now. Let's go into second. And do a little in the rain. Okay, my rev matches, they're decent. I'll probably give them a C+. It's a pass, it's okay. But if I keep doing them like that, I'm not really going to get anywhere in life, you know. I need to be an A+ student. Going to second, blip the throttle. Oh, no, see, I saved myself there. I was gonna do it, but I realised I over-revved it, put the clutch back into third. I'm talking like I'm an instructor. Who am I instructing here? If you're watching this video, either you don't drive, fair enough, or you're a manual purist and you hate me right now. Instructor, what are my tips?
Don't ask me.
On a little side note, help if it wasn't bucketing rain right now. This Melbourne weather, you just can't beat it. Don't worry about the Californian coast. Don't worry about the Italian beaches. Melbourne's where it's at. Got another learner driver here. I'm a learner driver too as well today, guys, all right? So it's not like I'm intimidating the learners because I am a learner also. I don't know, let's maybe he's gonna tip it in right now. Third, second. I'm just a little bit light again. Right, I need to get one perfect downshift before we go into category number 5. Now that is where things are going to get serious. I want to give it a little hit. It might slip a little bit, but third gear. Oh no, I need to get into second gear quickly. Nothing happened. I'm pushing it too far. I'm trying to go into reverse. I'll do a bloody money shift here. Do you know what a money shift is, instructor?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't want to do it. All right, third gear. That was it. That was it. That was smooth. There was no jerk, no wobble, no nothing. Let's do it. Challenge number 5. Now we've got to do this one and leave the scene because this one might be illegal. But again, good thing we're in Mexico, so it doesn't matter. Legality, what's a legality? Number 5, this is a horrible time to do it because look at the weather. It's just rain, rain and rain. But vital to the learners and drivers test is the clutch dump.
Are you sure about that?
Of course, it's a manual, it's rear-wheel drive. You need to know how to dump the clutch and hold it without, you know, becoming a part of the tree or the wall. So we're gonna try my first ever clutch dump in the rain with 2 millimeters of tread. Let's do it. I'm not nervous at all. Of course, vital to any clutch dump, you need to turn DSC fully off, otherwise it wouldn't be a true clutch dump. Now, I've learnt on YouTube and TikTok what you're meant to do. I've heard the theory of it is you're gonna put in first gear, you're gonna hold the clutch in, you're gonna rev a little bit and dump the clutch. I'm really scared about this because this seems very tolling on the car, the gearbox, etc. You know, I'm just going to try it here in this closed environment. It's not a road, by the way, guys. It's a closed environment. I don't show too much. I'm scared, guys. Holy shit. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I think the instructor will be proud. Get outside, get this from the outside.
I ain't gonna punch this man for making me stand outside in the cold.
I'm honestly surprised how easy that was. I thought that'd be a lot more intimidating, a lot more scary, a lot more holding on for dear life, whereas it just felt like any regular petrol car, just a petrol car. I'm not talking about any automatic car, just hitting the accelerator hard, it felt the same, just with the added part of dumping the clutch. Now, I'm no manual expert, so I don't know how much strain that actually puts on the gearbox, how much damage it does, but I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, we're gonna do it rolling this time. We're not gonna come to a stop. We'll keep it going, whatever it is, about 10 or so kilometers an hour. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, build up the revs again. One more for the road. You guys are confused. Why do you guys stop spamming in the comments? Nick, do another clutch dump. Nick, we want to hear the V8. Guys, stop it, man. I need to. Ooh, hold on. I'll have this guy to get out the way first. You don't want him calling the Mexican police on me, because the Mexican police, they're not nice. They're not nice. One more for the road. Alrighty, let's get out of here. These M3s, they go fast, flying all the way back from Mexico to here. It's like a 20-hour flight. Just does it so fast. My rear tyres, still nice and roadworthy. Now, to my accountant. Look, I'm fueling up on camera, so you can't say this isn't a business expense. All right, guys, I'm at half a tank. This fuel, that's part of the business because it's on film. I think I've passed the driver's test. Instructor, did I pass?
Yeah, you passed.
That's it, I passed. So when the guy asks me, hey, can you do a clutch dump on the test? I'll know how to do it. When he asks me, hey, can you rev at 8,000 RPM? I'll show him how it's done. If I fail over something stupid, like going over a line or not indicating, I'll be kicking myself, and you guys can all clown me in the comments. But you know what? I'm just a driver under instruction. I'm just under instruction at this stage. When I'm all by myself, then the stupidities can start. I really appreciate you guys checking out another video, liking, commenting, subscribing. It means the world to me. Let me know what other content we should do of this. Once the car is registered in Victoria, we will be modifying it and do a few things to it to make it really a real M3, not just this business executive car. I also will be making content with the M4. Don't worry, the M4 is not forgotten. We're not getting rid of it. It's not missing. We're just focusing on this car at the moment because it's the new baby. But of course, I still love the M4. I don't have favorites, I promise. Guys, I don't know about V8 life. This sucks. $83 for half a tank. 84. Woo! Accountant, help me out here, man. These YouTube videos are getting more expensive by the day. $85. Oh my God. Guys, please subscribe so I can keep paying for the fuel. Don't worry about the car. The car was cheap. It's the fuel that's going to kill me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.